Howdy. My name is Anna. Welcome to my channel. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel recently. All of a sudden there was like a huge uptick in subscribers. I was getting like maybe one a month for like a year and a half, and then all of a sudden there were a bunch of subscribers. So thank you for watching my videos and thank you for being here. If you are new and you've never seen my channel before, I kind of like to play with makeup and hair and mostly makeup here. But you know, might branch out a bit, but I basically like to decorate myself is how I like to put it. And today I just wanted to go through all of the products that I reach for again and again and again and again when I just want to like do my makeup like pretty quickly, like the thing, like the standard, I'm just gonna do this. So anyways, with that, I'm going to get started. Okay, so I always and have forever started with this ridiculous, I think this is a ridiculous product, and it smells terrible, but this is the Too Faced Lip Injection. This particular one says Lip Injection Extreme. I have a bunch of different kinds. I even have like a colored one. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but I feel like this is really moisturizing. So I just start with it before I put on anything else. I just start with this, and I've kind of gotten used to the smell. It reminds me of my childhood, like something about some little toy or maybe some cosmetic or chapstick or something, but it's a really strong sort of sweet chemical smell. And for whatever reason, I can kind of tolerate it, and I don't know why. Anyway, so that's step one. So yeah, this right here. And I got a lot of these as like samples with purchase a while back. Anyway, cool. And I would say probably, it's funny, I used to do like face first and then my eye makeup, but lately I've been doing eye makeup first. Actually, let's start with brows today. It's funny because with my brows, I want to say I do them like maybe 50% of the, no, I guess I do them more often than not if I'm putting makeup on. So, this is the Rare Beauty. I actually don't know what this is called. It's like a brow duo thing, and it's kind of a powder, but it's like a, I don't know. I mean, it's an eyebrow powder, and I like it. And it comes with this little brush, and I actually just realized recently that you can take this little piece off, and there's a little spoolie, which I actually didn't know until very recently, or maybe I knew and then forgot. But yeah, I'm fine with my eyebrows. I mean, whatever, they are what they are. They kind of work for me. They're getting a little thinner as I get older, I think, like out here and lighter. It's interesting. Aging's a trip. But anyways, yeah, so just brows. And I also just kind of flippantly do it. It's like I just kind of go whoop whoop whoop, and it seems to be okay. This is like a pretty light color. I think it's like the taupe color, and I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of fill them in a little. I don't really try to shape them too much. Yeah, and that's that. If I almost don't want to mention this because it's not that big a deal, but I usually will use a little bit of a brow gel because my brows naturally kind of like do this throughout the day. They're pretty long, and I refuse to like trim them. I just don't care that much. I like thinking of myself as pretty low maintenance. I don't know if that's true or not, at least in this sense I think it is. But or maybe it's just laziness. I don't know. Also, like, this is who I am. Like, I don't know. I want to accept it. I want to accept myself. Okay. I can't get this little bottle to stand up right. Okay. So yeah, just like trying to kind of And sometimes I'll kind of do this to like get the product all up in there. But then just kind of make them just stay up a little bit. And sometimes I'll skip the brow gel, but today we're gonna do it because we feel like it, because I feel like it. I don't know why I'm saying we. They used to bother me so much, like when I was waitressing, or if I'd go to a restaurant actually, and the waitress would be like, "What are we having today?" And I was like, "What? Well, I don't know." I don't know. And that's so, like, it doesn't matter. They were just trying to be friendly. But I think it's like people get into habits of saying things, you know, which is totally human, and that's fine. Okay, so brow gel. Oh, and this is, did I say this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel? It's just kind of, I don't think it works particularly well or not well. It's just what I have, and it comes in a mini size, so I don't remember if I got this with something else. I think I did. It was like with a Brow Wiz pencil or something, like a little combo pack. But yeah, like lasts forever for me. Okay, and so like I was saying, I've been doing my eyes first, and you know, eyeshadow palettes are the thing that I probably, it ranges as far as like which one I'm gonna use, but lately I do feel like if I just, not that I'm going for like a no makeup look, but I guess it is sort of that, where like I don't want to draw attention to my makeup. I go for this. I go for my Natasha Denona. I need a nude palette, and I will say I've just been reaching for Natasha Denona like crazy. That's what I've been reaching for as far as eyeshadow goes. So this is what I've been using, and it's just so easy. It's just flattering and easy. And like I said, it's just, it doesn't draw attention. It just kind of like amplifies what's naturally going on. Just kind of deepens up some of the shadows, and like, I don't know, like these are getting a little more intense, these like flappy things. And so just putting a little bit more like shadow out here, I think kind of opens up my eyes a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I just like it. It makes me feel pretty. So I'm just going to do like the most simple, basic, if I'm just kind of in a hurry, but want to wear, you know, makeup. I am going to go into this transition shade Mesh. Oh, I'm such a dork. Hold on. I almost forgot. This is actually stuff that I do almost every time I do my eye makeup. Not every time, but like I usually do use eye primer. I don't know if I'm just used to using it, and so it seems like it works better, or if it actually does work better. But I think I like the way my makeup turns out better with it, but I don't know if I've just convinced myself of that. But it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, and it's like a mini size. I don't even know if it comes in like a large size, and I usually just put it on with my finger, like super just I don't know, lazy, just get it on there. Okay, and then I will use a powder to set that because I have very creasy hooded eyes, and so I'll use my McGrath Labs under eye powder in the white color. I don't remember what it's called, Fairlight or something, or maybe it's just translucent, and I'll just kind of brush over that just to like set that down. I don't know, and give myself a base. It does have a little bit of a lightness to it, like it gives me a palette that's just clean and lighter to put makeup over. So now I'm gonna go into Mesh. This transition shade, such a good transition shade for me, and just gonna lazily throw that like all across my crease, like easy. Not thinking too much about it. I use very small brushes. This is a rougher 14. Speaking of, generally my brushes are rougher or some Blend Bunny. That's 9 times out of 10 the brush that I'm going to use. I have a Nakia Joy Cosmetics brush that I really like and a MAC brush that I really like. But other than that, it's going to be rougher and Blend Bunny for my eyeshadows. I think with that same brush, actually, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this tender shade and just put a little bit on the outer corner. Like I said, this is just the like quick and dirty and kind of the most generic way that I use this particular palette. Just kind of throwing it on there to give myself a little bit of depth. And then with a smaller, this is a Blend Bunny brush, a little denser. I'm gonna go into this deepest shade and just focus that really, really intentionally right here in the corner. Like on top of the lid, just right at the lash line on the bottom. Just to give me a little bit. Maybe just kind of do a little more of that on both sides, kind of blending that out a little. But just so I have a bit of like shadow here, it kind of uplifts my eyes this way a bit, I think. And especially once I get like mascara and stuff on. And then, I don't know, just whatever I'm feeling like for that day, I'll pick a shimmer. Today, I'm just kind of feeling, what am I feeling? I'm feeling this one today. So we're just gonna take this one, which is Muse. And I'm just gonna put that on my lid, just to give me a shiny lid. Ooh, that's so foiled and sparkly. Ooh, that's so sparkly. But also, like, the shade of it is pretty subtle. It's not like, oh, I'm wearing a bright green shade, which, love me a bright green shade, but this is just kind of, if I'm not, you know, paying that much attention to my makeup, that's what I'm doing, just that. And yeah, let's see. And then I do like to highlight my brow bone, just cause, why not? Little flat brush, tiny, whoops, little, yeah. And you know what, actually, I'm gonna use highlighter. And this is a Pat McGrath highlighter. This is the highlighter I've been using if I use a highlighter. And it's the Bridgerton Incandescent Gold. I love this shade. I just think it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's just so pretty. And I'm just gonna throw that right there. It's kind of why I don't mind if a palette doesn't have quite a light enough, bright enough inner corner / brow bone shade. I think that I probably could use this pink or maybe Whisper from this palette, but I don't know. Today I just feel like using the highlighter, because why not? And then I'm gonna do that on my inner corner as well. So like, that's it. And I really don't put anything on my lower lash line. I don't know why. Maybe because I grew up in the 80s and 90s and like we didn't do that as much, or like I just thought that because my eyes were kind of droopy in this way that like it added to that, you know. I don't know, sometimes I will, especially if I'm doing colorful looks, you know, it's fun to use the lower lash line, but generally I kind of leave it alone. So that's kind of all I do with my eyes, honestly, if I'm, you know, just kind of doing the basic thing. And one thing that's definitely part of my makeup, or that has, I've never loved foundation, and I went through a phase of like trying to love foundation and make it work. I really don't wear it. I don't think that it suits me, and I think my skin, you know, I'm in my 40s, and so I feel like it doesn't sit on my skin as well. And I have tried a lot of different formulas, so I don't know. Or maybe I just don't like the way that it looks and feels. I don't know. I'm still willing to try new foundations, and I find them fascinating, and I want to find one that works really well for me, but I just kind of don't have one right now. So it's not really a product that I'm going to say that I use a lot. What I do use is this Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Nougatine. Nougatine, I love this shade. This shade really works for me really well. And I don't really use much, but I will just kind of pop it on those spots that I'm like, I want, you know, like, you can see I've got some like darkness here. So I'll just put like just the tiniest amount. And then like kind of right here, I'll tend to like put a little bit of brightening. And then I have like spots, I'll kind of go here. There's like a lot of shadow there. You know, I'll try to cover up. I have this like acne spot. Honestly, this acne spot, I'm not even gonna mess with because it's like in my eyebrow. I just don't care. It's too hard. But yeah, like little red marks and little bits of things. I don't know, not too much. But then just taking like a little pretty fluffy kind of brush. This is not that important to, ooh, that had, was it dust or sparkles? That's terrifying. I keep these in a cabinet where they shouldn't be getting dusty. But I'm gonna use this brush instead. I don't know, just was weird. Okay. Anyways, and then I just kind of like brush this in super, oh, this brush might be a little big. Do I not like this one? Is this not working well for me? What am I doing? What is real? Yeah, we're continuing on because I can't find anything better right now for whatever reason. I guess sometimes I actually will put it like here in the corner. But I didn't do that. So I'm going to try to take like the excess product that I get from just buffing this out. Over into the corner here on the bottom, just to brighten it up. And then like this, yeah, I just kind of buff around it. I mean, I'm human. Like, my face looks like my face. But this just kind of makes me feel a little bit more, I don't know, pretty, whatever. I like it. And like, for me, you know, this right here, like this spot, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually cover that up. I think it kind of minimizes it to just do what I just did, you know, and same with this, they're going to pop through a little bit. The way that I want my makeup to look, you know, it's not going to be flawless. It's not going to be like photo perfect. And so I'm going to let those like natural parts of my face just kind of pop through a little bit. I'm going to minimize them a little, just make them a little less obvious. But other than that, you know, I'm not that concerned with it. Okay. And then I will, did I get everything? Yes. I will generally, use a little bit of powder over that to kind of set it. I like to use tiny brush because I have kind of a tiny face, and also I don't want to just do all over powder and make it look like I just have cakey makeup on. And so I'll just take like a smaller powder brush And this is, oh, I should say what I'm using. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in shade 1, Fair. And actually, I'm so proud of myself. I actually panned something. I never pan anything. And I was like, ooh, look at that. I hit pan on this. So I guess that's a really good, like, I don't know, would that be a advertisement for like, or, I don't know. It just means that I like it. Endorsement, that's what I'm looking for. Endorsement for Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder like on my T-zone. I know my bangs are in the way. And just kind of set those places. I don't know. Sometimes I like to contour. I'm not going to today. Honestly, I don't always contour, but sometimes I just think it's fun. And if I do, I usually use this Fenty Matchstick in Amber because it's pretty light, pretty subtle. I also have a Westman Atelier one that I use, and I think it's called Biscuit. But I'll just kind of go down like the sides of my nose here, and then I'll go like right here really high. Sometimes like down here, try to like make it look less jobbly. Not that that's like a terrible, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to do that today. Just throwing it out there that this is like a kind of 50-50 product that I will use it often. But yeah, I'm just not going to do it today. I'm going on like a little coffee date probably later with my husband. So, you know, I'll just look kind of fresh-faced, not too makeup-y. Not that, you know, sometimes I want to look full glam, but today I just don't feel like it, I guess. Okay, and then I use this blush if I just want, you know, like simple, easy. This Pat McGrath. I love the Pat McGrath blushes. I don't know, there's something about them, the formula, that I really like. There's actually a bunch of blushes that I like. But this is the one I just constantly reach for if I don't want to think about it. And it's Fleurtatious is the shade. That's what it looks like. It's like pretty light in color. And this is one of the brushes. This is my MAC blush brush. It's a 129. I don't know if they even make brushes this well anymore. I got this brush over 20 years ago. This brush is over 20 years old, and I kind of can't believe that. And it is like one of my best brushes that I still use almost every time. This is my blush brush. This is what I use. And yeah, I kind of like having blush. Just kind of put a little color in my face, and I just very gently kind of dust on my cheekbone. I do sort of back here, tends to be the most flattering for me, or what I like, you know. I can go kind of up to my eye a bit. Seems to work okay for me. I think blush placement is such a personal thing. But yeah, it just kind of gives me a little bit of color without making it look like I'm wearing a lot of blush. I don't know. It's just kind of sweet. I like that. Yeah, and just like very lightly kind of dust it on. And sometimes just to kind of bring everything together, I'll sort of, with the excess, just kind of go on the sides of my nose. Like, I don't know. It's like a little bit rosy, a little bit, I don't know if it actually does anything. It's kind of fun. I don't know. Wow, I have used this enough that like the embossment's actually wearing down, which I am impressed by. See, aw, I do use my makeup. Sometimes I feel like I have so much. It's because I like it, and it's like I want to collect it, and I want to try everything. And then I'm like, you're not using this. And it's like, okay, I am using some of it. I don't know why, and this is like probably not the right instinct, but I love sparkles. So I'm gonna put a little bit of highlighter on. And this is the Nakia Joy Cosmetics brush that I really like. It's the Precision Highlighter, and it's just this tiny, it's like one of the smallest highlighter brushes. And I'm just gonna put like just a little bit, like just just because I like some shininess. I don't know, sparkles. Like, why not? Yeah. So that's that. And so then I do actually, even when I'm doing light makeup, I'll tightline the top of my lashes. I'm going to try to get in real close and show you that, like, there's that skin that shows, like, the way that my eyes are, where you can see the skin underneath my lashes. And I think it just looks a little more seamless and nice when I tightline that. Brown or black, it kind of depends. Usually if I'm just doing this kind of makeup, I'll use brown, like a super dark brown. This particular thing, I think actually they don't make anymore. It's ColourPop creme gel liner. Anyway, it's Brouhaha is the shade. But yeah, I'll just kind of tightline that. But yeah, I don't know if they call these creme gel liners or cream gel liners, but I really like these, and they come in a ton of different colors. And they're fairly inexpensive. They're a little hit or miss. Some of them are like, I get them and they're dry already, and some of them will last for a long time. So I don't know, but kind of like them. Ooh, the sun's getting a little too bright. Come on, sun. Or clouds, rather. I need my clouds. Oh, I have this solar powered rainbow maker. It has this crystal that turns around that my husband got us. And that's activated. It's not often because I live in the Pacific Northwest, and there's usually cloud cover, but like right now the sun is out enough that it's activating this solar thing, which means it's too much sun for filming. I don't know if you can see the rainbows like in the background happening. It's kind of fun, but I also don't need that sun in my face right now. Oh, it's like the panel of the window is saving me right now. We're gonna continue and just hope for the best. Okay, speaking of the cream gel liners from ColourPop, I like to do, even when I'm doing kind of like easy quick makeup, I like to do my lower like lash line, waterline with this shade called, I think it's Calabasas, something like that, but it's kind of like a little bit of a sparkly pink. I just think it's really pretty. So I'm gonna do that in my bottom waterline to kind of brighten up my eyes, make them look a little bigger. So it just kind of brightens it up a little bit. Oh, that sun. Okay, we are forging forward despite the sun. So then this is the mascara that I swear by. It's the best that I have found. It's the Monsieur Big by Lancome. And there are two things I don't like about this, but it is still my favorite mascara. The two things I don't like about it, they don't test on animals like Lancome doesn't. However, they do sell to countries that do test on animals. And so I don't love that. I don't love that. The other thing is this will tend to transfer to my like lid up here through like over some time. But I don't think ever found a mascara that doesn't. So I think part of it is just my eye shape. You know, I have pretty deep set eyes. My eyelashes are always just like against my skin there, and I don't know, maybe I have oily lids. I don't actually know, but yeah, it transfers. So after, you know, a full day, like it'll be a little messy, but, and I've tried the waterproof of this. I don't like it as much, so I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, I love the brush. I do one coat of this and I'll show you the difference. It's kind of wild. Like, here we're gonna, so that's one coat. Oh, that, we're gonna have to move to the side. There we go. You see the difference? Like, it's so good. I love this stuff. And If I'm doing my makeup, just kind of generally speaking, I'm not going to really put lower lashes on because my lower lashes are pretty long and it kind of, you know, looks spidery to me in a way that I don't necessarily love. And I feel like it draws attention to it in a weird way. So for me, I usually just do the top lashes. And generally speaking, I will also only do like one coat. Especially if this stuff, it's so thick. And I don't want it to get too like bunchy. Anyway, so that, you know, so yeah, now I feel like my eyes look a little bit more open. I feel like I look more awake. Like I looked kind of tired when I first started. And it makes me feel, you know, more confident. Okay, so for lips, I don't even know what to say. Like there is no consistent lip product that I use all the time except for this, which is like my chapstick. Maybe that's a little bit of a lie. If I use lip liner, it's usually this one. Like if I'm just like, I don't want to think about it, I don't know. And actually I'm just gonna use my napkin here and wipe off the excess of that gloss, the Lip Extreme stuff. And I'm gonna line my lips in this just to give them a little bit of definition, but this shade is so good. You can see I have used this to death. That's a weird expression. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna, so just like a quick lining, and then I'm gonna actually color that in a little bit because I just think it's super flattering. Like it just looks like kind of my lips. I just really like it. It's the shade BFF. Did I say that? BFF in the ColourPop Lippy pencil. And they're not very expensive. I got like a huge set of them at one point, and I probably never need another lip liner as long as I live. I mean, they'll probably get old, but anyway. Yeah, I have so many lipsticks that I use. So there's really not like one that I've been using a lot lately. I will say there are these e.l.f. lip stains that I've tried. And I kind of like them. This shade is, I think, basically the color of my lips. Maybe a little bit more. Pinkies Up. That was hard to read. And I just think it's like, it's a stain, but it's a gloss, and it is just such a subtle color that I feel like it doesn't draw attention to it, but it also, it's like, gives my lips a little bit of color. And they're like pretty inexpensive. I think they were maybe $4 or $5, probably $5. Makeup's so expensive these days. Anyway, yeah, it just gives me like a little bit of color. And then, like, I like to wear a mask when I'm in places where there's a lot of people, or just like when I'm indoors in general, and there are other people around, because I have not been sick for 4 years. I don't know why I feel the need to justify it, but like, it's true. It's fine for me. But anyway, so like, I don't want to be having a lip product on because then it's just gross. And so what I can do is, because this is a stain, I can just like wipe it off, and then it's not gonna like get on the inside of that mask and stuff. So that's another reason I like lip stains lately. And this one's like not, there are those like peel off ones. I tried one, I hated it. It was just gross. I mean, I didn't like the smell, and I can't, it was a horrible experience. Anyway, I like the color of this. I think it's really nice. I have another color, if I want to be a little bit brighter. It's called, I'm not gonna be able to read this, but I'm gonna try. What does this say? Spicy Sienna. I have dreams of performing again. I used to sing all the time, and I haven't lately. But that's a good one for that. Plus I play trombone, so lip stain is like, I have to find something that's not gonna just wear off and get all over and mush around on my mouthpiece. Anyway, so yeah, this like Pinkies Up from e.l.f. I'm pretty into it, and it feels pretty nice. Can be a little drying, so I usually have this with me. But yeah, and I'm not gonna wipe it off. Maybe I should. Should I wipe it off and see what it looks like? Yeah, I guess let's. Okay. And I did purposefully like leave that on for a couple minutes. Anyway. Didn't really transfer. But I still have a little bit of color. So yeah, like pretty just simple, like I just want to look like me, but like a little bit enhanced, like look my best, you know, where I feel pretty and I feel like myself though still. Sometimes I want to go full glam and be like, I am a character, I'm like doing it up. But those are the products that I will use, you know, like what I've been reaching for the most, just like constantly, consistently. Like I said, I panned my Charlotte Tilbury powder, which I'm so excited about. Yeah, so I guess that's today's video. Thank you for getting ready with me. And I hope that you're all having a great week. I hope that something awesome happens to you today that just kind of makes you smile and makes you feel good. And with that, I will say ta-ta, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side alive. It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side alive.